contest is presented by Twans Rucker. And ladies and gentlemen, in this match, the winner will be the top contender for the Crown of Glory Championship moving forward. And this match is for the Impact X Division Championship.
Well, this is one that when it was announced sent shockwaves through wrestling. One of the biggest collisions that you're going to find anywhere in North America right now. And the fans will tell you right away who's coming out first.
Introducing first, he is the top contender for the Crown of Glory from St. Louis, weighing 222 pounds, the General of the Bandana Brigade, real name, no gimmicks, Mike Outlaw.
A month ago, he defeated Matt Fitchett to become the #1 contender to the Crown of Glory title. And he is so confident in his abilities, he's put that #1 contendership on the line here tonight against the walking weapon Josh Alexander and his X Division title. I've made no bones about it. No second guesses. No flowery language.
From Toronto, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, he is the X Division champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
That man standing in the ring right now, between the ropes, with the Impact X Division championship around his waist, the walking weapon Josh Alexander is the best bell-to-bell wrestler in the world today. And he's so confident in his skills that he told Impact Wrestling that he was going to put the X Division championship on the line in this matchup against Mike Outlaw because he wants to be the #1 contender to the Crown of Glory Championship. The Crown of Glory will be decided in the main event tonight, as Rohit Raju, Myron Reed, and Jake Something will collide in a three-way dance. But leading up to that, who will be the #1 contender for the new champion? Will Mike Outlaw keep the #1 contender status and become X Division champion? Or will Josh Alexander be looking to add yet another title to that trophy case? Collar and elbow tie-up as we get underway. Mike Outlaw backing Josh Alexander to the ropes. Alexander standing switch, and Outlaw goes to the ropes. Count being put in. Outlaw is the fastest rising prospect that Glory Pro has seen come through. It seems like it's just a matter of time. Gold is destined to be around his waist, but standing in front of him and taking that ankle pick into a toe hold, the walking weapon Josh Alexander has held championship gold everywhere he's been. The longest reigning Impact World Tag Team Champion in history. 401 days he's held that championship. Now the Impact X Division champion. He's held the PWG Tag Team titles. He's a Grand Slam winner in Alpha One Wrestling. He's held the Alpha Male title 4 times, still a record. The tag titles twice, the X Division title, and, the Zero Gravity title, as well as being the King of Hearts Tournament champion. These are two of the best young wrestlers in the world today. As I said, Josh Alexander, I think, is the best bell-to-bell wrestler in the world. Mike Outlaw is quickly climbing that ladder and says, "Come on, Josh, let's see it center ring." A little bit of hand fighting there as Alexander works around the outside. Outlaw not letting him in. and Alexander's going to duck out of the ropes. Pushes Outlaw back, and this is what Alexander will do. Outlaw's got to be careful that he doesn't get caught playing Alexander's game. Collar and elbow tie-up. Outlaw takes the side headlock. Don't let Alexander get under your skin is the test if you're Mike Outlaw. Outlaw goes off the ropes. Both men collide with the shoulder block. Shove from Alexander. Shove from Outlaw, showing he won't be intimidated by the Impact X Division champion. Arm drag takeover into the arm bar. And Mike Outlaw releases on the count of 3. It's got to be a little bit different for Josh Alexander. He's playing on enemy turf here. And the referee starts the count as Alexander invites Mike Outlaw to come out to the floor with him. Outlaw declines. And back to the center of the ring. The two men circle. Collar and elbow tie-up. Outlaw, side headlock. Alexander wanted to bring him up and over. That won't go. Couple of forearms to the side. Nice side headlock takeover from Mike Outlaw. Alexander gets admonished for going to the hair. Now to the nose of Mike Outlaw. Pulled him back just enough to be able to get that head scissors to pull him back. Outlaw back to the canvas. And Josh Alexander knows how to make each and every one of these moves hurt. Rolling through. Outlaw up and out the backside. Into the side headlock. Takes the arm. And he's got it there in that hammerlock. Back to his feet goes Outlaw. Used the head of Josh Alexander and then brings him over with the snapmare. Outlaw into the corner, and Alexander again will duck out between the ropes. Josh Alexander says, "Do your job, ref." He wanted Outlaw pushed off earlier. Outlaw feeling it from the crowd. Went for the knuckle lock and Alexander went downstairs. Now to the corner. 5 minutes gone by in the matchup. Oh, Alexander hammers him low. Now upstairs with the knife edge chop. And this is where Alexander can take over the matchup. Outlaw up and over in the corner. Out to the center of the ring. Drop kick from Outlaw. And that'll send the X Division champion to the floor. The #1 contender to the Crown of Glory in control. This time Mike Outlaw's not going to let Josh Alexander have all the time he wants. Out to the floor. Hammers him from the backside with that forearm. Knife edge chop to the chest. Alexander working his way around the side of the ring, and Outlaw staying with him step for step. Jams him off the ring apron. Knife edge chop right at the rail. And now Outlaw will send Alexander back in. Good move. He can't win the X Division title on the floor. Suplex. No, it'll be Outlaw who takes him over. Count of 1. And Alexander out at 1.5. Outlaw, arm wringer, takes control of the wrist. Ducks under again. And a second time. Collides right into that shoulder. Outlaw, arm wringer a third time. And you can see the pain on the face of Josh Alexander. Alexander using again, going to the nose of Mike Outlaw. Outlaw able to reverse the reversal and get right back into that armbar. Outlaw slowing Alexander down, taking a bit of a page from Josh Alexander's book. Alexander back up again, forces Outlaw into the corner, hooking both his arms over that top rope, and you know what he's looking for. Outlaw too quick, out the backside. Now Outlaw chops, upstairs with the forearm. He's gonna fire Alexander across. Hits the buckles hard, right out of the corner, back body drop. Oh, and Alexander landed funny. Hook of the outside leg, count of 2. And Alexander able to escape, but right now the X Division Championship is in some jeopardy. Mike Outlaw is taking the match to Josh Alexander right now. Chop lands from Outlaw. Forearm from Alexander. Forearm from Outlaw. Oh, knife edge chop from Alexander. Absolutely blistering. Pardon me, from Outlaw. Blisters the chest of Alexander. Into the corner. Alexander gets the elbow up. To the buckles, comes through with the boot, and that sent Outlaw inside out. Variation of a mafia kick as he came out of the corner and just took Outlaw right through and down to the canvas. And now stomping the hand of Mike Outlaw. Forearm to the jawline. USA, the chant from the crowd. Outlaw gets lit up with that knife edge chop and then a boot from Alexander. Outlaw fighting right back though, to the right hand. Knife edge chop backing Alexander across the ring. Clubs away with a right hand of his own. In the corner, now lighting up Alexander. Pair of knife edge chops, sends him across, no, reverse, belly to belly, up and over the top. That's beautiful execution from the walking weapon. Hook of the outside leg, count of 2.5 before Outlaw gets out. Now that rear chin lock from Josh Alexander, and look at how tight he keeps that. It's not a choke, it's right under the chin, and it makes it really difficult and really painful to even move your head. Alexander shoulder block, Northern Lights with a bridge, 2.5. Outlaw kicks out.
10 minutes have elapsed. 10 minutes.
What a beautiful suplex. 10 minutes gone by in the matchup. And it's ebbed and flowed. Mike Outlaw for a while had control. Now Josh Alexander slowing the match to his pace. He will wear you out. Outlaw though staying right with him, trying to fight back at every turn. European style uppercut from Alexander, and oh, that doubled Outlaw over and through those ropes, through that second and bottom, now to the floor. Alexander sends Outlaw to the guardrail. He put the brakes on. Outlaw with the boot load. Alexander reversal to Outlaw. Oh no! Oh no! Mike Outlaw went head first into that ring post. I don't know if it was just the launch angle from Alexander or if Outlaw caught his foot on the way through. But from my angle, Mike Outlaw went head first into the ring post. And Josh Alexander proudly showing the Canadian Maple Leafs on that singlet. Well, thank goodness. It looks like Outlaw's okay. Boy, that could have ended really poorly. Oh, well, it didn't get a whole lot better right there. Knife edge chop. Josh Alexander, one of the hardest hitters in professional wrestling. Look at how hard that club to the back was, and it barely looked like he put any effort into it. Jams his back into the guardrail. Outlaw's in big trouble right now. Fans getting behind. St. Louis's own. as Outlaw gets rolled back into the ring. I mean, this is the guy. Mike Outlaw is the guy that Glory Pro crowds have really brought in as their own. They absolutely adore Mike Outlaw, but right now he is having all kinds of trouble with the Impact X Division champion. Alexander drops the knee to the side of the head, counted 2, and a kick out there. And recently we've seen Josh Alexander on a tear. He won the X Division Championship in a 3-way match over Ace Austin and TJP, defended it twice since, once over Ace Austin and once over 2-time Super J Cup winner El Phantasmo ELP. Mike Outlaw, though, brings a whole different game than any of those names. Knife edge chop as Outlaw tries to back up Alexander. Alexander meets him to the ropes, takes the boot, tossed it outside, and then that ankle kick. And that sweeps him right down again. He's a master at using every bit of the ring. And again, you see the control from Josh Alexander, dragging Mike Outlaw over. Working over that ankle. Standing down on one foot and wrenching the other, now steps right into it, and this could be the precursor to the ankle lock. Outlaw clubs him. Alexander staying right on it. I can't see quite how much torque he's got on that left ankle. As Outlaw bothered him enough that Alexander let it go, but only so much as to put a boot into the side of Outlaw's face. Mike Outlaw backing up into the turnbuckles as Josh Alexander comes over to meet him. Knife edge chop, and oh, that echoed. And now Outlaw takes one back. Alexander reversal. Outlaw says, I'm right here, big boy. Alexander and Outlaw going back and forth. Who's going to come out on top of this? Outlaw now trying to back Alexander up with the chops. I can't believe it. Somebody getting the better of Josh Alexander with knife edge chops. Oh, cut off by that boot.
15 minutes elapsed. 15 minutes.
Alexander ducked under on that attempt of the Irish whip to the corner, almost ripcord into that boot. Mike Outlaw had the flurry going. Alexander had him where he usually wants his opponents, in the corner and getting beat up. Mike Outlaw was able to reverse the fortunes, but only momentarily. Oh, and again to the hand. Boot to the side of the jaw from Alexander. Outlaw fights his way up. Alexander hooks him. Suplex. He's going to stall. Outlaw could be up there all day. It's May 22nd. It might be June 22nd before he gets let down. And Alexander very graciously decides not to keep him up there for a month. Crowd chanting, "Get up, Mike." I think that's exactly what Josh Alexander wants. He wants a fight. But Mike Outlaw staying right in this matchup. Alexander looking for the chin lock. And he's got it there with a boot into Outlaw's back. And again, this is forcing Mike Outlaw to carry Josh Alexander's weight, to have that knee in the back. It's wrenching that chin up. It makes it hard to take every breath while Josh Alexander's essentially taking a rest. Now Outlaw fighting his way back up. Elbow downstairs. Clap the sides, the knees from Alexander. being put in. Now the boots in the corner as he looks to stomp right through Mike Outlaw. And the official has to back Josh Alexander off, who once again will take his time. Alexander stomping down on Mike Outlaw. Outlaw tried to dive forward with a shot just to get some separation. Alexander stepped right back in at him. And again, Outlaw just trying to get a little bit of distance to be able to regroup. Alexander staying right on him.
I'm having fun.
Josh Alexander says, I'm having fun. That's one thing that I do know about Josh Alexander. He enjoys this. I know how vicious he can be. I've seen it. I've called it. This is where he has the most fun, when he can turn it into a fight. When he can just beat his opponent down. And now telling the official to count Mike Outlaw out. And he's going to take a break in the corner. Josh Alexander showing why he is the Impact X Division champion. He is in complete control of this matchup, but is he giving Mike Outlaw what he wanted? Outlaw was looking for a break. Although now the count is up to 8. Now to 9. Outlaw needed a break, but he's got it and just got back in. And Alexander says, hey, wait a minute. Did you slow that count down? I don't think the official did. I think it was a bit of a desperation lunge at the end from Outlaw, who needed some time but almost took too much, and now maybe it's paid off. Pair of clotheslines. Outlaw's got to jump in his step again. Diving back elbow. Innovative strike. Outlaw charges the corner. Knife edge shot. Nicely done there. Brings Alexander across. Bounces his head off the buckle. Across the ring. Up and over goes Outlaw. Alexander inside out. Outlaw knee downstairs. DDT. Hooks the leg. Count of 2. 2 3/4. Outlaw even got his leg under Alexander's to at least give him a slight hook. And Alexander still got out.
20 minutes elapsed, 20 minutes down.
We're 20 minutes in to a 30-minute time limit. Outlaw back up to his feet. He charges. Alexander out of the way. Rear waist block. Outlaw shrugs him off. Now Outlaw tried to spring off the second rope for the diving shoulder block. Alexander read it. Sam Killer coming. Has him hooked. Up and out the backside goes Mike Outlaw. Oh, kick to the back of the leg. And then that northern lariat to the back of the head. Just a count of 2. Oh, Outlaw was so close. Can you imagine Impact Wrestling Management watching along with this match, trying to figure out who will hold their X Division championship? And as if the 3 men in the back waiting on the Crown of Glory title don't have enough to be worried about, their next challenger comes from this match. I mean, what a prize for winning the main event. Congratulations. You get the winner of this contest. Oh, Alexander, German suplex into the buckles. Oh, that might do it. Outlaw hit the back of his head hard. Count of 2. This, no. Wow, the guts of Mike Outlaw. But now it's the ankle lock from Josh Alexander. Alexander's got him hooked in the middle. Outlaw able to roll. A couple of boots to the side of Alexander's head. Forces him out of it. Oh, kick right back from Alexander. Caught, ripcord, elbow. Sent into the ropes. tried for that rolling lariat. Outlaw caught the leg, spun off by Alexander, boot to the side of Alexander's head, hook of the outside leg, counted 2 and a bit. Half a count again away from the X Division title was Mike Outlaw. The #1 contender spot for the Crown of Glory title, the Impact X Division title, both on the line. Outlaw walking his way over to Josh Alexander. And if Mike Outlaw hadn't opened up eyes around the wrestling world before this matchup, he certainly has now. He's going move for move, hold for hold, strike for strike, with, again, in my opinion, the best professional wrestler in the world. To the body goes Outlaw. Upstairs now with those right hands, clubbing forearms. He's trying to pound Alexander down in that corner. Alexander pulled back to his feet by Outlaw. He blocks the Irish whip. Elbow strike lands. Alexander hoists him up to the shoulders. Finley roll. Plants him center of the ring. Alexander, second rope on the inside. Wanted that diving knee. And instead, Outlaw's out of the way. Do you think these two have done their homework on one another? Like two great generals who've studied each other's battle plans, as Outlaw rings the knee of Alexander over that second rope. Outlaw, second rope on the inside. Tornado DDT! And he rolls through! This could be all! Count of 2! No! Alexander out again! Outlaw, single leg crab! Oh, and he's got Alexander in a terrible position. He's almost center of the ring. And look how deep Outlaw's sitting in on that single leg crab. Alexander able to walk with his hands, turn, and reach the ropes. And now it's Alexander who needs to roll to the outside for a breather. But how much more can either of these men have in the tank? It's been a back and forth battle since the match began. The crowd inside the South Broadway Athletic Club has been on fire. And now again, they start to get behind Mike Outlaw. Josh Alexander pulling his way to his feet on the outside. Outlaw squares up with him.
5 minutes remain in the match. 5 minutes left.
5 minutes remaining in the match. You hear it from Van. Well, block of the suplex from Josh Alexander. To the body he goes. Mike Outlaw popped back up to his feet. And now Outlaw goes downstairs as well. A little bit of Alexander's own medicine. What has he got in mind on the apron? Well, Alexander not going to let it happen. Oh, could it be the fall away? Yes, it is. Fall away apron slam. Mentioned it earlier. That is where wood meets steel. It's the hardest part of a wrestling ring. Mike Outlaw has taken a ton of punishment in this match. Alexander off the ropes. Car crash crossbody. Outlaw spills to the floor. Alexander, though, not in a whole lot better shape just at the moment. I mentioned Outlaw's taken a ton of punishment, but he's given just as good as he's taken in this one. Fans chanting STL. They want to see Mike Outlaw take that Impact X Division title. Alexander, second rope on the inside. There's the knee. Landed it perfectly. Count of 2. No! Mike Outlaw stays alive. But maybe not for long. The ankle lock. Alexander's got the ankle lock. He let it go. Stomps down on it and takes it right back. Oh, can you imagine the pain? Outlaw staring across the ring. He's so far from those ropes. Outlaw able to make it back to his feet. The guts on this guy. Springs off the second rope with a diving forearm. I can't believe it. Mike Outlaw showing an unbelievable amount of guts. Both men down, count up to 4. What happens if they're both counted down? Up to 6. 7 now. Outlaw starting to stir. Under official's discretion, he says enough motion to let this match continue. Should compliment the official in this match as well. Has done a brilliant job on the judgment calls and letting these two men battle. Only the best here in Glory Pro. Forearms back and forth. Outlaw and Alexander. Trading, exchanging. Forearm from Outlaw lands. Forearms from Alexander land. Outlaw knocks Alexander down. Oh, Alexander pulls him into that buckle. Alexander approaches. Outlaw elevates him. Alexander, shoulder block downstairs. Looking to climb the ropes. To the top rope. Took too long. Outlaw back to his feet. Some of the crowd calling for the Frankensteiner. And that might be what Outlaw's got in mind. No, maybe a superplex from way up. Got him. Outlaw doesn't go for the pin. He goes across the ring to the top rope. Outlaw's gonna fly. The elbow, the hook of the leg, count of 2, and Alexander kicked out. Single leg crab. Does Outlaw have enough left to put it on? He does. Alexander's in big, big trouble. He's in the center of the ring, trying to crawl his way to the ropes. Outlaw sitting right down on the back of Josh Alexander. And pulls him right back to the middle. Oh, he's got that wrenched in. Alexander pulls the headgear off, and he uses it to bat at Mike Outlaw. Desperate time calling for desperate measure. Now Outlaw using his knee and shin across the leg of Alexander, who may have been ready to tap, but the bell has sounded.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 30-minute time limit has expired. This match is a draw.
Wow! 30 minutes are up!
As a result of the stipulation, Mike Outlaw is still the Crown of Glory top contender and still your X Division champion, Josh Alexander. This bout is a draw.
Well, you know what? It is a fitting way to end this one. A master chess match between Mike Outlaw and Josh Alexander. Outlaw retains the #1 contendership to the Crown of Glory championship. Josh Alexander retains the Impact X Division championship. Fans chanting for 5 more minutes, and I would not be opposed to it. But does it change anything? I have a feeling these two could go all night. What an incredible matchup. And we've got something going on. The referee's asking for the microphone. Oh, it's for Josh Alexander. The walking weapon's gonna talk.
You guys want 5 more minutes?
Crowd wants it.
You know, I haven't been in front of a crowd in quite some time. time, and it didn't sound like you really wanted 5 more minutes.
Well, the fans definitely want it, Josh.
Do you want 5 more minutes?
The fans definitely want it. Outlaw wants it.
You know, you want 5 more minutes? Mike, I'll do you one better. I'll give you more than 5 minutes. I'll give you all the time you want. If you win the Crown of Glory Championship.
Oh, I like this
I came
idea.
here and I put my championship on the line, and you couldn't get it done. So maybe if you put some gold around your waist, I'll come back and we'll see who the better man is. I came here with everything to lose. You had everything to gain, and you still leave with nothing. Let this be a lesson to you. That Crown of Glory Championship is within your grasp. You are one hell of a professional wrestler. Not many people can last 30 minutes with me.
Damn right.
So the next time I'm here, there better be gold around your waist, because I don't want to step foot in this ring with anybody else.
Oh, yeah. Josh Alexander with the show of respect to Mike Outlaw. He wants Outlaw to take that Crown of Glory title. He wants Outlaw again. Gold for gold.